Ooh, what do we got here? Hey everyone, how's it going? We're doing a live. I'm doing a live. Happy Saturday. Hope everybody's having a good day. There we are. Mute. All right, I just want to do a few updates on the movie. Skippity-doo-dah. Live chat. All right, so I'm gonna be doing more of these live streams, more updates on A44. I told you guys that we would be showing this out in California. We've already done Syracuse and Ithaca. We're gonna have an LA showing on October 2nd. I still have to get everything together for the link so people can buy tickets and everything, but save that date because we're going to be in the studio's Lumiere, and it's in Beverly Hills, and we're going to be doing this around, I think, 7 o'clock p.m. October 2nd. I'll be there. I'm going to try to get some other cast and crew to be there as well, and it'll be a one-time event, so you don't want to miss it. We will be in California for the people that did miss it already. They missed they weren't able to come here to the East Coast to watch it on the big screen. We'll be able to watch it on the big screen out there. So hopefully we sell out the theater. Everybody tell all your friends. Yeah, it's important that I promote this and get as many people as possible that wanted to go, that are out in California to go on October 2nd. The other thing is I've been asking people to leave reviews, which a lot of you have done. Really, really nice reviews on the movie, either on Letterboxd or IMDb, the YouTube version of it or the Google Play version of it. But what I'm asking now is that if you've already left a review, thank you. But what I'm asking is that hopefully you guys could leave another review on Rotten Tomatoes. So we made it onto Rotten Tomatoes. So here we are on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm loving that graphic right there. As we have INDY running down to his best friend and A44. It's got you can leave a 5-star review for us. If you've already left a review, by all means go ahead and grab that review, copy and paste it, and bring it over here and use the same review if you want. Like, simple as that. You do have to, I think, log into Rotten Tomatoes, but everybody knows Rotten Tomatoes, and it'll definitely help this movie out because we are lacking promotional funds to market the movie, and we want to do what we can, as best we can, to get this movie out there in front of people. It just seems like most of the people, almost everybody that's seen the movie, enjoyed the movie, either enjoyed it or loved it or liked it. It's just getting it out there to the people to want to watch it. That's, I guess, what we need to do. We need people to want to watch the movie. Let me bring that right up here. Okay, that's better. I'm using a green screen today, and it's not the best. So, yeah, I just wanted to talk about the movie. I'm super excited about that because it's just more and more. It's a real movie, you know? And let's see here. Capture. All right, let me see. Let me go to a new tab here and put in. I just want to see if this works okay first. Okay. Let's bring it back. Okay. So A40, so for a lot of the information, most of the information anybody needs, links to go watch the movie, anything, just go to A44Movie.com. We got it all nicely together here. And here's the links. This one goes straight to, I'm loving that picture too. You guys like that picture? This goes to the Google Play version of it. If you aren't able to search it, some people weren't able to search it when we first started this. But I think now that the SEO is in the search results, it's coming up easier. This is the YouTube version for the United States. And if you are in the UK or Canada, there's links here for you to watch it as well. And eventually it will be on Tubi, which means more people will be able to watch it. I believe Australia will be able to watch it on Tubi and maybe some other places. So I'm super excited that, you know, hey, we're on Rotten Tomatoes. Look at that. Look at that picture of Indy. I'm loving that. We got Indy, we got the poster, and it tells the synopsis about the movie. It's got no reviews right now, so this is a call to action. I'm begging you guys. I can't review it, but you guys can come over, give it a 5-star review. We really want people to be able to watch this movie. It's got the running time, when it was first released on streaming, our production company, our distributor, our screenwriter, producers, director. It's got all you need to know. The cast and crew. So we're up there with all the other movies. Little A44. So everybody that believes in this, everybody that supported over the years, you know, we're finally up here at legit movie. Linda, I hope so too. I hope we sell out the theater, because we need to do that, or I'm going to lose a ton of money. We at least need to break even. So I'm going to be going out there again October 2nd at the Lumiere in Beverly Hills. Hopefully everybody that lives out in that area can show up. Bring some friends with you. Please support this little independent movie here. I picked the screenshots, Linda, and I sent them in, and they used that one of Indy. I really love it. See if I go back. Right there. And for those of you that have already seen the movie, you might recognize this. You can put it on your watch list. Watch it for Halloween. Watch it for the month of October. Have fun watching a horror movie, a vegan horror movie. How does your movie get on IMDb? Well, we got a distributor, and our distributor put it up there. So gave them all the information they needed, and yeah, that's what happened. So it's a legit movie, and it's up there. So anybody that was wondering, is this a real legit movie, or is this just something I put together for YouTube? It's a real movie, guys. It's a real movie. And you can search it. It comes up with every other movie out there. So what's up, Mushroom? Is that a good area in California? I think so. I'm not too familiar with where everything's laid out in California, but I hear it's near the Hollywood. So yeah, people said that it's a good venue, and I'm excited about it. So I will be out there. I'll be bringing some merch, some limited posters, and maybe some t-shirts. I don't think I have enough room going all the way that distance to bring everything that I have, but I'm going to bring some stuff, and we'll be there. Craig's going to be there. So hopefully some other cast members will be there as well. And you guys will be able to come out and say hi and watch a fun movie. Yes. It'll be a good time. Am I flying in? It's right now it's looking like I'm going to be driving across country. There's certain things I won't be able to bring, like my step and repeat. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's the background. Whenever you take pictures, it's my background that says A44 that we would all go stand in front of. That some of you guys might have already seen pictures from the other movie events that I did, but it's too big. It's like 8 foot long. It's 8 by 8, and it barely fit, in the back of a truck. So I won't be able to bring that. So we're just gonna have to take pictures wherever looks good at the movie theater. But yeah, it's an exciting thing, especially for me, because I've been working on this for so long. Now I'm trying to promote this. So anybody and everybody, like, I really, 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 really need your guys' help. Like, we need reviews over here, and I can't do it. So you guys, please, if you've already seen the movie, come over here and give us a nice little review. Even if you want to just, like, give it a 5-star and say, I like this movie, Or if you want to be real creative and give it a nice, elaborate review. Whatever you want to do. Just, we need reviews on here. We need people that don't know about this movie to come over here and say, why do I want to watch this movie? What's going to make me want to watch this movie? And so far we have really good reviews. A lot of people really like this movie, which makes me feel good. How long of a drive is it? I think it's 40 hours. So it'll be broken down. I've never driven cross country though. Angela, yes. If you guys are just joining us, I will be going to do a screening of A44 in October 2nd, Beverly Hills, California. We will have a screening out there. So everybody that wanted me to go out to the West Coast, well, here's your chance to see A44, maybe for the first and only time on the big screen, if you guys haven't already seen it out here on the East Coast. The other ones that we did, we had a really good time. People had fun. We did Q&A afterwards, which we'll do here as well. So you can ask questions about the movie and the making and, how we went about everything to make this movie. You just gave me a review. Thank you. Thank you so much. How long? I don't know. Like, I just found out a couple days ago that we had an Rotten Tomatoes account. So, let me see. Does it say we have... Thank you for the review, by the way. Does it say anything? Movie info, reviews, my rating. I don't know, but hopefully they start going up and we start raising this. I think it's ready to go. I mean, we can see it, right? Maybe still working on it. I don't know. But hopefully it shows up. And I'm going to be posting this in my Kickstarter. So everybody that came together to help make this movie a reality, hopefully would go ahead and give us a good review. So, the project everybody's been involved in would do well. We need this to push us forward. Without reviews, it doesn't really go anywhere, especially without promotional budgets and stuff like that. Suzanne bought the movie and watched it the other day. It was great. I'm so glad to hear that. I'm glad you liked it. Yeah, I'll be going back too, Andrew, and checking out if that worked. Let's see. I refresh it if anything happened. Maybe they have to just like have somebody like go over and make sure the reviews, or make like a bot or something do that. I don't know. Cast and crew, my rating. Right now I don't have a rating, So we need those reviews coming in. Oh yeah, and I can also. What would the difference be if I had a promo? I would be able to purchase a somebody in PR, which is not my forte. I'm not that. So somebody that knows what they're doing for this, that can promote the movie, that we can put it out there, we can get sponsored ads. Who knows, maybe a billboard or two. Like, that would be what people do with, we just need to get the word out there. And right now, nobody really knows about this movie, just like a small percentage of people, which is a shame, because we work so hard on this, and it's a movie that, I think a lot of people would really enjoy. So I just to show you guys some of the, I think this is it right here. Here I am down here, by the way. Hey, I'm down here. Actually, that's not what I was trying to do. Where am I trying to go? Is it this one? Here we go. Okay, so I was just going to show you some of the screenshots from the movie that I gave to Rotten Tomatoes, in case you're not over there already. So we have different scenes. So this scene right here is a hospital scene, and that is Diane, and she's played by an actress named Laura Stisser, a local actress here in Syracuse, New York. She did an amazing job. And I like the screenshot right here. We actually used a community college for the hospital scene. And they had a nursing department, so we were able to have like the stretchers and the gurneys and all that stuff and make it really look authentic. So we should all know who this is. Anybody tell me who is this? Right here. MJ, thank you for the review. I appreciate that. Angela, thank you for the review. Now we're getting some reviews coming in, guys. Thank you so much. It probably needs to update before we see any, but at least they will be there. Home, done. Okay, so we got Dr. Gregor right there. Dr. Gregor came in and played the professor, Professor G. He played that part so good. And I just posted some behind the scenes about that day, because this day was filmed 3 years ago, a couple days ago when I filmed it, when I posted it. We filmed this on August 28th, 2022. So it's been a little over 3 years ago that we filmed this. That was a fun scene with Dr. Gregor, and that was only the second day of shooting the movie. So he did a really, really good job, Dr. Gregor. And we put it to the test. Here's a dramatic scene. We don't know what's happening, but something is happening. This character's name is Natalie, and she's played by Melissa Romeo. She's the real-life sister of Ryan, who plays Drew in the movie. I really like the way this scene looks, so I had to include it. It was a dramatic scene there. All right, moving on. We'll see what else. Oh, there's Indy. Indy running down the canal. That's the Erie Canal, by the way. Have you guys ever heard of the Erie Canal? It runs right along there. So this just happened to be obviously. So Indy's scenes they were all real. They were all real. So all the scenes you see of Indy they weren't acted upon by him. They were all real and to the heart, from the heart, from Indy. This is Indy really running to me in the movie. The story behind this is that it was kind of written in the script, but what happened was we walked all the way down out here, and I realized I forgot a very important prop that I needed to have in the scene. Otherwise, it would have been a continuity error. So I was like, oh, guys, hold on right here. I got to run back and grab it from the truck, which is all the way down to the end of this trail down here to the right is where we parked. So I wanted to go run down there. I didn't want Indy to run all the way down there with me. I walked him every day. I needed to walk him, but he wasn't walking as well as he was getting older and stuff. So I didn't want him to have to run all the way back with me and all the way back here. So I told him to stay, and he didn't want to stay. As soon as I started running away, he started, crying for me. And so we recorded it, and he ran to me. He didn't want to leave me out of his sight, so he ran back to me, and I'm like, what are you doing? I told you to stay there. So anyway, that's a real life thing that happened in the movie. And there we are. I feel like this is one of the first climatic scenes of the movie. And those of you that have already watched this movie, some of you guys have watched this movie several times. You know exactly what I'm talking about. So let's move on to the next slide. All right. I'm not going to say too much about this one just because I want to leave it for you guys to watch. But this is kind of a flashback scene to the 1970s, mid-70s here. And we wanted to make it look like 70s, so we had a bunch of people show up, and we told them, do your best to wear clothing that they would wear in the 70s. And this is outside a courthouse, and we did this, I believe, on a Sunday, so there'd be nobody around. And I feel like after we shot it, it looked good. And I had to crop out any scenes where you saw modern day cars or anything in the background. So this is what we had, and then I gave it a nice color grade from the 70s, and I put a nice 70s soundtrack tune over it, and I gave it a nice little kind of like glow because it's like kind of like a flashback kind of like scene, like somebody's telling a story. So it was almost like a dream-like sequence. Yeah, HD is a little bit more expensive, so yeah, there'd be more there. But also it's just a better quality. I would prefer to watch it in HD over SD. SD is not as good quality. I don't even know why they still offer SD. Andrew, how did I get a Dr. Gregor? Oh, hey, what's up, Coughlin? Ryan's in here. Hey, Ryan, we're going to do that. We're going to go on the radio. We're going to go on a radio station on Friday morning. We're going to do a radio. Me and Ryan are going to be on the radio. We're going to be on the radio. Let's see. How did we get Dr. Gregor? Well, I actually reached out to Dr. Gregor back in 2018 when we first did the Kickstarter, and I said, hey, we're doing a vegan movie. We need like a science teacher, a professor. Would you be willing to do that? And he didn't even ask for the script or the story or anything. He just said, yeah, sure. So I was like, okay, cool. But then when a lot happened in between then. So 2022 came, and I said, hey, I contacted Dr. Gregor's secretary, and I'm like, we're still doing the movie. Is Dr. Gregor still available? Does he still want to do this part? And they looked into it, and they're like, yeah. And, he was going to go to Cornell anyway. So he came up for the day. He shot that. He nailed it. He got all his lines right perfectly every time. He was a natural. So, yeah, that's how Dr. Gregor came to be in the movie. That was a fun scene to do, too. Like, just having everybody there dressed like the 70s on this. This was in... I don't remember if we filmed this in September or October. Yeah, if you're just joining us, yes. October 2nd, we'll be showing the movie in LA in Beverly Hills in the evening, 7 o'clock, which I believe it'll be dark out by then in October, or at least close to it. So let's move on and see what other pictures we have here from the movie. Here is a scene, a little dramatic scene. We got some of our lead actors in this scene. The one front and center is Vanessa, played by a local actress, Mariel Mendez. And next to her we have Katie from the movie. Katie is played by Melody Portnoy. And I don't know who that other guy is. I think he just wandered on set. Who do we have here? We have our very own Coughlin, who is in the chat right now. That's Coughlin. And let me tell you how we got to use this car. So we were filming out in the middle of nowhere one day in this like little small town. And they had a really, a mom and pop convenience store gas station, which I looked all over for, and this was like the only place I could find. And we were shooting down there. And then the local town, which was very, very small. This is the center of town. They found out we were filming, and everybody started coming down to the gas station and revving their engines. And, it was making it like hard for us to film because everybody was coming here and screeching their tires. But they wanted to see a movie being filmed, A guy even came on his like little riding lawnmower and bought some beer. Anyway, somebody came by in this Mustang here, and they noticed that we were checking out their car and everything, and they came over to they came back later on that night and said, hey, hey, I work in Syracuse. I don't know if you're going to be shooting in Syracuse. I'm like, yeah, we are in Syracuse. That's where we'll be shooting the rest of the movie, in Syracuse area. And he's like, well, I'll be there. If you need to use my car, you're more than welcome to use it for the movie. And I was like, yeah, we could totally fit that in there. So we got our car driver. We got Rob, who's usually in these live streams. We got Rob to play like a bunch of different parts. But Rob got to play the patron in the dining room scene, who Ryan, Drew here, makes friends with and gets a ride home. So that's how we got the Mustang in here. And that's Ryan Coughlin. That's Coughlin right here in the chat right now. And he plays Drew, which is one of the leads in the movie. Melody Portnoy, yes. Melody is Mike Portnoy's daughter. And they were all at the Ithaca screening, so I got to meet him. And he loved the movie. I was talking to him about the movie, and he loved INDY. He's like, INDY! Yeah, so that is his daughter. Okay, let's see what the next slide is. So this slide right here, this is the page, the landing page when you go to watch the movie on Google Play. I really like this scene here. We got some zombies out there outside the truck. That's just a really creepy looking shot there, and I really like it. And it came out pretty much like I wrote the scene many years ago. I'm like, this scene has to be zombies, closing in on the doors of the truck, and it really worked out well. And we got that truck. I was looking for a truck like that. Like in my brain, I wrote it to be like a red truck from the 80s, an older truck. And I realized that nobody had anything like that. And then my friend Laser was like, you want to use my truck? I'm like, I need an older truck. He's like, I got one. And I'm like, what is it? And he showed me this truck. And I'm like, oh my God. So yeah, he came up here and he let us use his truck amongst a ton of other things. And it really worked out well for the movie. Since then, I got to say, since filming this movie, I've noticed that almost every horror movie has an old 1970s or 80s blue truck, pickup truck. Like, now that I told you guys that, you're not going to unsee it. You're going to see it like in almost every horror movie. And I don't know why that is. I don't even know. It just came upon us by coincidence. It was supposed to be red, but it's okay. Indy was the star of the movie. Again, everybody, the reason why we're doing this stream right now is because we are now on Rotten Tomatoes. And I want everyone to go give us a nice little review. There we are, Rotten Tomatoes. Give us a nice review. It's the only way our movie is going to be pushed out there at this point, is getting some good reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, so people can see it and be like, read the reviews and be like, ooh, I want to watch this. Give us the best reviews you can, guys, and hopefully we can make this movie a big thing. I feel like it really is good enough. We just need to get it out there so the right people see it, so they can promote it and stuff like that. So, where were we? Were we over here? Yes, we're back here. Okay. So let's move on to the next picture. Aw, there's Indy. This is actually the first scene in the movie where we have Indy. There he is, little boy. And if you look well over here, we have vegan pie in the sky. We got a cookbook. We got some vegan cookbooks over here. Anyway. And that's look at his face. Look, he was so happy to see me come around the corner. He's like, yeah. Okay. What else do we have? There's another Indy picture. Had to get all the Indy pictures together. Indy in the truck. Renee, thank you for those 5 stars. I appreciate that. You're getting ad breaks. Oh, I clicked that I didn't want to put ads in, that I told YouTube to do it for me. All right, what do we got? Indy walking on the tracks. We got Ryan sitting on the dirty floor. I don't know why he's sitting on the floor. We got some dramatic scenes over here. We have, all right, let me tell you. So, okay. So, I mean, this is kind of a blurry picture, but I kind of just grabbed this picture because I like that scene right there. The little boy. Indy the pup. So this guy right here is in the movie. This is Walter. He's an old man in the movie, and he's got dementia. And this guy is played by none other than my real life father. That's my dad. And then over here, and this was the house that I used to live in too. Over here we have this is Dr. Hamilton, played by actress Judith Feingold, out of New York City. And then that's Mariel again. We already mentioned her. There's little Indy boy when he was just a little boy. Not knowing that he would be in a movie back then, he ended up in a movie. He ended up being the star of the movie. And then there's a black and white version of it, which we've used. These are just some shots that I have up there on IMDb. I've got a lot of behind the scenes. I got videos that I'll be posting soon. 5-star rating and review left on Rotten Tomatoes. I'll put these on for a second. Thank you so much, Carrie. Little Indy was mostly ears. He actually got that a lot. When I would go for take him for walks and stuff, people would say just that he was all ears and paws. He had big paws as well, like Santa paws, Indy paws. So the reviews are showing up. Hold on, I'm going to. Let's see. Well, let's see in real time. Let's go back over here. And then, what do I need to do? This. Okay. We're going to check this out. Okay, so there's no reviews. Let's refresh. Let's find some reviews. Audience reviews right here. View more. Okay. Reviews. Oh my God, guys, you don't even know. This is so amazing right now for me. I feel so good, and thank you so much. You guys putting these reviews on there is making me super excited because it's just authenticating the movie. Let's read them together. Okay, MJ says 5 star. These are all 5 stars, so thank you all to the moon and back. A great movie with an important message executed in a fun and tasteful way. A44 is a hidden gem. If you love zombies, suspense, and a strong storyline, this indie horror is worth your time. The mix of tension, heart, and originality kept me hooked all the way through. The characters feel real, and the story gives you more than just gore. It has depth. A great indie movie that deserves more attention. Heart. Thank you so much, Angela. You know, I also, like, I tried my best to do that. Like, and I feel like it, even though I've seen it a million times, I feel like it does really keep your attention right from the beginning. Like, the tension builds and you want to know more about it as the movie goes on. There's not really any boring parts. It is, as long as you're paying attention, even the slow parts, which I think there's 2 of them, I don't think there are. I mean, I know they are. There's 2 parts that are a little bit slower, but they're explaining things that need to be explained, and I think they're important for the movie. So if you're like watching the movie while you're like looking at your phone, you might get bored. But movies aren't meant to be watched while you're looking at your phone. So, okay, next one. It looks like Anonymous says, such a good movie. Thank you there. And then we have CHC. This was so good. I paid initially just because it was a passion project made by someone I care to support, but I bought it on YouTube as soon as it was available because it was brilliant. Thank you so much. Were you a Kickstarter supporter? Is that what you meant by paid initially? Kathleen says, it was great, keeps you on your seat, and yet there is love and compassion that will tug at your heartstrings. Definitely worth viewing. I'm going to ask Kathleen, is that my mom? That might be my mom, unless there's another Kathleen C. That girl says, amazing, great concept, beautiful setting, sweet Indy the pup, and zombies. Thank you all so much. I appreciate these reviews coming in. And, you know, please tell your friends, tell everybody you know. Let's get these reviews coming more and more. There we go. We'll go back to the main page. And hopefully we can get up there. Our tomato meter would be at 100% if you guys, if we can just get everybody here to write a review on Rotten Tomatoes. We'll get this movie out there. We'll get this movie rolling. And we'll get other people really wanting to watch this. The problem is right now nobody knows about it. Just you guys and me. So we want more people to know about this movie. And then we should be good. Let's go back to the stream. Hello everyone. And then here we are. Your name isn't showing. Maybe it will come up. Unless that was you that didn't have anything. Oh, it's just the blank. That was yours. I wonder why. Hexic Dragon, the movie is great. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. What's up, JF? You want to follow the characters and you want a sequel. Yours didn't post. Did it post? I thought it did. Maybe I just got to keep refreshing. Maybe it's just taking a minute. for some of them. Read all reviews now. Now they're really coming in. Well, I think they're coming in. Is there a page part? It doesn't look like there's a second page here. We'll come back. We'll come back in a little bit and refresh it and see if we have more. I'm sure if you left one, it will show up eventually. It probably only lets you do one as well. There were some really good ones over on Letterboxd. If anybody posted one of those reviews on Letterboxd, it'd be amazing if you could copy and paste it over here so you don't have to redo it. Angela, your husband's didn't post either. Maybe it'll show up in a little bit. Hopefully. Hopefully that's the case. This is still brand new on Rotten Tomatoes. Is it more helpful if your name does show or does not matter? I don't know if it matters or not. I mean, I think with your name, it shows a little more authenticity so people don't think it's a bot. But it doesn't really matter. As long as we get the reviews in there and people can read them. Right. Did you just make an account right now or did you already have an account? So Mindful says, once my roommate is back in time, we're going to watch ASAP. Also, digging the flannel reminds me fall is on the way. Yeah, it feels, I mean, it's technically not fall yet, but it feels like fall where I live. And I got the hoodie on underneath it. And I'm wearing the flannel. Pulling the flannels out because it's getting chilly. Got the hoodies. I got some really nice A44 hoodies with INDY on them. So if you guys are interested in some one-of-a-kind merchandise from this movie, with your favorite pup, INDY the pup, A44. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if the merchandise is on the webpage. It's on the Vegan Zombie webpage. Oh, you just signed in using your Apple Pay. Maybe that's why. Maybe because you didn't set up a name yet. But at least you were able to log in pretty easily. Yeah, right now it's only got, what, 6? We got 6 reviews right now. So those were the 2 updates. Reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, and we'll be in California for a showing on October 2nd at Lumiere. So if you're somebody that can go out there or wants to go, or you have friends or anybody that want to go, I will be posting links for that as soon as they're available. So it will be at Lumiere, and you'll be buying tickets from that venue. I'm just going to be sharing it. But so if you want to check back on their website for it to be up, I don't know if it's up right now. Probably not right yet. Yeah, I don't know if it's up right now. I'll just look real quick. Lumiere Cinema. It looks like a nice cinema here. Let me see. We want to. 28 years later is playing. Oh wow. Oh wow. Let me what am I doing? I'm doing the wrong thing. Here we go. Look at this. We're at Lumiere. We're up there. Art House Cinema today. Lumiere Cinema. This is located, it's at the Music Hall 3. Can be found at Tohaney Drive and Wilshire Boulevard. 9036 Wilshire Boulevard, 9021 1. If it was 1-0, maybe Dylan and Brandon and Donna and Brenda, maybe all of them could join us, but 90211. It's close. It's real close. So these are the movies over on this site. And as we go down, 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 special events, open screen at the Lumiere. We don't want that. We want that one right there. Look at that. A44, The Vegan Zombie, Thursday, October 2nd. Horror from 2024. I thought that should say 2025. Runtime, 1 hour and 49. Written by me, directed by me. Country USA language. And general admission, $16. Tickets on sale soon. Okay, so there it is. We're there. It's a fish. Oh, official. It's not a fish. It's official. We did it. We're gonna be on TV. We're gonna be in a movie theater. It's gonna be fun. I can't believe it sometimes. Sometimes I just can't believe it. Angela, yes, that's the other thing. Thank you for reminding me. I am going to be at the Syracuse Veg Fest on September 21st. Anybody in the area, come out to the Veg Fest. I will have A44 merchandise that you guys can purchase. T-shirts, hoodies, posters. And also, I will be at the Vegtoberfest, which is October 11th in Syracuse, New York. So there's 2 events, Vegtober and the Veg Fest. So I'm looking forward to both of those. Everybody and anybody, come on out. It's going to be, the Veg Fest is going to be at the State Fairgrounds. It's going to be a good time. John Cleary says, I just reviewed the movie. I didn't see it yet, though. Well, thank you for that review. I hope it's a good review. And I hope you enjoy the movie when you see it. And if you go to A44, let me just put this up here real quick. Anything you really need to know can be, most everything can be found right here on the A44 official website. Let me just go over it with you guys really quick. Okay, the website. I'm down here. Hey, everybody. So on the website, we have, first of all, this was put together by Max Hinman, who he's listed in the credits of the movie. And he's done a great job, and he's done this all volunteer to put this website together for me, for A44, for the message, for INDY. And so our tagline is, a small town's dark past bites back. It's also the movie that nobody wants you to watch. So if you go down, you have all of these links. That was the picture on the Google Play link. And it's got, you can buy it, or you can rent it here. And it looks like we have 10 reviews. I can't see those reviews for some reason. But yeah, so links straight to it. You can look it up yourself. You can just search for A44. It's becoming easier and easier to search. Where at the beginning, nobody could find it unless they had the links, but now it's getting easier. You can watch it on YouTube TV. This is, United States version. We have UK version, and we have Canadian version. Soon it will be on other platforms such as Tubi, and hopefully soon Amazon as well. So it's got our synopsis of the movie. We got a nice picture here of Indy the pup. This is his actual paw print right here. I got that from him from when I did the Vegan Zombie cookbook back in 2013, when he was just a little pup. And then we have the trailer, so you can just go right here and watch the trailer to see if you're even interested in the first place, which I know you all will be. And then in the news, we've got like different news articles and pictures and stuff like that. We've been in different, news write-ups and stuff like that. Like, for instance, click to see. This is where we premiered it back on March 15th. In Syracuse, New York, we had a huge theater here, and we filled the whole theater. It was a sold-out theater. And there it is. That's me down there at the bottom. And, of course, that's INDY right there, A44. We have limited posters of INDY like this. Obviously, this is all red and stuff, so it looks a little different. And we have T-shirts and hoodies with INDY on it as well. Different news articles that were written about us. And then gallery of photos we have here. Different screenshots from the movie. Dr. Gregor. We got Keenan, plays security. Julia plays Paige. And there's Laura again. This is the hospital scene. She's got some really good expressions, showing emotion. Okay, so we just went through those. And then, oops, what's going on? Click out of there. And then it shows like the credits and everything. Oh, John says it's a great review. I saw it on your last stream. I loved it. I'd love to see a sequel someday. Thank you, John. Appreciate that. I hope to do a sequel one day also. What's up, Lavender? Okay. And then down here we have an IMDb. We got the posters. The links are down here as well. IMDb will take you to our IMDb. I think I need to change out this poster right here, because this is a really nice poster, but I think we want people to be familiar with the other poster that we've been using. IMDb, James Les Mitchell, storyline details. Yeah, filmed in and around Syracuse, New York, my hometown. So yeah, we'll go to the about, and that shows how we got there. It kind of tells like a behind the scenes of like how this came to be, my story of how it came to be, and you can read that if you want. Cast and crew, we have our cast and crew here, it looks really good. So Walter was played by my father. Stacy played my first AD, and she also was an actress in the movie. She played Beth, who is a waitress at the diner. Sean played the scary butcher. You can't even tell when you see him in real life. Well, I think that this should be able to be clickable. I don't know why no. Oh, there we go. You can click on them, and we can still fill this in with their stories, which I should get from them. Ryan's always looking different every time I see him. Ryan plays Drew. The farmer, that's actually John's father, his real life father. And so we have John's dad. We have Patrick, who plays Dr. Adler. We have Miles, who plays young Harley. We got Melody, Melissa. We have Matt Sam Pierre. Matt actually made his own movie last year. He's the director, creator, and star of Creeping Death, which you can find on Screenbox. This is a photo of him from Creeping Death. And he plays Nick in my movie. Melody plays the lead. Vanessa. Laura plays Diane. Keenan plays security. And there's my mom. She plays a neighbor, Mrs. B. Julia is Paige. Judith plays Dr. Hamilton. We have John in there. John has a little cameo. He also catered the movie, all vegan. You can see him with his dogs. Actually, I think I need him to get a new picture. I love his dogs, but we can't really see his face. Jimmy played young Drew. Jane basically played Jane. She played a news reporter. Isaiah Action Jackson, that's his name, Action Jackson. He played Jerry, and Indy played Indy. We got to see Indy real quick. There's Indy the pup. Beautiful, beautiful dog, beautiful friend. Hench Herbivore. Who knows Hench Herbivore? Hench has a little cameo in this. Hench is big on Instagram, YouTube. Dr. Gregor. We all know Dr. Gregor. Not sure who that dude is. Cassandra played another news reporter. And Andy. Andy is also a fellow vegan who came out here with his wife, and they were Kickstarter supporters, and he offered to help do construction. So him and my friend Laser did a bunch of construction, and they made sets and stuff like that. And I just happened to be like, hey Andy, I need somebody to play the main actor's father. You want to do it? And he's like, sure. So he got a bigger part than he was even thinking he was going to get there. And then we have the crew. So this is my friend Jake. I've known him for over 20 years. I used to work with him back in the day. And he actually took the main photo of me walking on the train tracks with Indy a long, long time ago. And I ended up using it for the movie, and we ended up filming there. Okay, so we have our sound crew. So our sound crew was Will. So this is Rob. Rob led the sound crew, the sound design. So he did post-production sound. He did an amazing job mixing the sound. And his crew consisted of Will and Teresita, Christopher, Emiliano, and this sound design. They were all part of... Oh, and Florencia, too. They are all part of the sound design. I never met any of them. I only met Rob, and I met Chris through a Zoom call. James did our boom. Dominic is on. I don't even know if Dominic knows that he's on here, but I put Dominic on here because Dominic has helped me with my main Vegan Zombie website for many years now. And so I wanted to thank him. Without that website, I wouldn't be able to. It would be much, much, much harder for me to have, pulled this movie off in the first place. So Dom and Max were my web designers. Max did the A44. Dom did the Vegan Zombie. Laser was the jack of all trades. He did set design. He helped with things that I needed help with. He let me borrow, his, he brought his trailer in so we could have a place to do makeup, and people could rest or eat or whatever. He plays an extra. He plays a stunt double. He did so much in the movie. Second, AC, camera, set decorator, set designer, Laser. And then also Lysa, she did art director, special effects. She did amazing special effects work in there, practical. And then, what do we have? Lena. I don't know if Lena's on here right now. Lena is my amazing producer, along with Lee. Lena and Lee. Both from over in the UK. And Lena's Scottish. She's from Scotland. And we still talk every day. And I don't know if you guys know how much work actually goes into a movie, especially this movie. So much work. I can't even sit here and attempt to tell you in one video how much work has gone in this movie. But every scene that we did, we would meticulously go over it and say, is there anything wrong with the scene? Can it be any better? Can we do anything to the scene? And we did that over and over along with Lena and Lee. So we've got some, we've professionally gone over it so many times. We're very happy with what we our final product was, with what we had to work with. So, yes. And there's Stacy again, and then this guy. Okay, so that would have been... So that's the cast and crew for you. There was also extras and stuff like that, which weren't in. So, written, produced, directed by me. This is my director's statement. I'm not going to read it, but if you guys want to go there, you can read the director's statement. And then the premiere. This is like premiere photos. This is all of us together here. I played the part of Harley, and Miles played the part of young Harley. So there we both are together. He was quite the character. There's me and Stacy, my first AD, who helped me through so much. She helped me do so many little things there. This is Ryan, who played Drew, and that's his real life sister, Melissa, who are both in the movie. Yeah, and this is my movie mom, so that's my mom in the movie. Diane. Oh, what else we have here? There's me and No Egg Craig, Fist Pump Bro, and click for more. Oh, there is merch here, so you can click on this for the merchandise. You can go here and see that we have these amazing shirts and hoodies. Check that out. Check that Indy the Pup shirt out. So nice. That's one of my favorite pictures of Indy. I took it many years ago. And then there's this one. I really like this one. This wasn't even supposed to be anything. And then it's just one frame in the entire movie. And just coincidentally, my marker stopped on that frame. And there it was, you know. That's the main A44 logo. Like the poster that we're using for everything. And if you go to like the premiere, all that stuff. Oh, yeah. Get your merch here. More premiere photos. What else am I missing? Okay, yeah, there's just some more here. But if you go to the home page and you see this picture right here, this is that, and it's my face. If you guys didn't notice. And I definitely did not want my face to be on a poster, and I definitely don't want to wear a shirt that has my face on it. However, this scene, this look that I made encapsulated like the feel of the movie. And I'm going to share a couple things with you guys about this that, you know, if you're watching this live stream, you're going to be able to see this, but most people won't know this. But anyway, I did this on purpose. So if you actually look close, I don't know if you can see from there, but let's make this a little bit bigger. If you look in my eyeball, you can see the reflection of Indy right there. So also, I feel like I need to show you a different... Oh, I know how I can do it. I need to go to right here. Okay. So you see the picture right here, the poster. Oh, you know what else? Where is it? Lumiere. There it is. That's a better picture of it. So, yeah. That's not what I want to do. I want to do this one. Wait, let's go. I went to a different one. We want to go back down. There we are. It keeps doing that. I'm trying to make it bigger, and it's getting... I'm trying to blow it up so you guys can see what I'm talking about. There's a picture of Indy in my eye. All right, anyway. Okay, so go back up to here. So, this picture here was... It just happened to be stopped right at this point. And that's actually not a shadow right here. This is actually Indy's ear. He was sitting in front of me on this point of the movie. And it's just one split frame of the movie, which is so incredibly small. And for whatever reason, just coincidentally, my marker just landed on that when I was editing the movie. And I was like, oh, wow, I'm going to take a screenshot of this. And that became the poster. Just because the look I'm making, it was just, it tells so much, you know. So so that's why I use that. Oh yeah, Stacy's in the chat right now, and she just Hashtag Scream Queen. So I told Stacy that she was my, and this is true, she's my #1 Scream Queen for the movie. We got a nice Scream scene. So she's a waitress. She's a first AD. She helped me with like anything that I needed to do. And she's our #1 Scream Queen of A44. So, yes, and I did all these posters myself, too, with the exception of the INDY poster, which I think if you go over here... Wait, no, it's not that one. You guys know what I'm talking about, though, right? No, it's back here. If I go down, down, right here. The INDY poster. I mean, it's all redded out, but, like, that's it. I've got the actual posters. So, she did get me to go kayaking, something that I never would have thought that I wanted to do, because I was so afraid that I would tip over, and I hate the water. So, your review is up now on Rotten Tomatoes. I'm going to go back to the reviews, and I'm going to check them out. This is my IMDb. We need to find Rotten Tomatoes right here. Rotten Tomatoes. So let's go. Let's click on A44 again. Let's see how many we have. How many do we have altogether? It says 7 more. So, oh, it starts from the beginning. Okay. So we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So let me read a few more because it looks like we got some more. Carrie says, wait, did I read this one already? I don't think I did. I'm going to read it again if I didn't. Carrie also gave 5 stars. This one is a must-see. I've watched it 7 times so far. Wow, that's awesome. I jumped a few times, laughed a few times, cried a few times. It was so engaging all throughout the movie. It has everything that a zombie movie has and so much more. Very highly recommend this movie. Thank you so much, Carrie. I love that. Kim N says, with 5 stars, what a refreshing take on the usual run-of-the-mill zombie movie. Great story, great message of friendship, accountability, and, well, zombies. Chef's kiss to the makeup artist. Thank you, Kim. Do you know a lot of our makeup, not all of it, but a lot of it was just, hey, put this black gunk in your mouth, swish it around and spit it out. There, now you're a zombie. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, Danielle J. This film manages something rare in the zombie genre. It's not just blood and chaos, but also heart. By immortalizing this real-life dog Indy on screen, the writer-director grounds the horror in loyalty and love, giving us an anchor in the world unraveling. The results are heartwarming, horrific, and hopeful all at once. The low-budget Indy roots show in the raw edges, but that only amplifies... Ooh, this one's longer, too. Amplifies the urgency and authenticity of the story. It's not just another apocalypse film. It's a deeply personal work. Carried by the bond between Harley and Indy, knowing the dog wasn't just a character but part of the filmmaker's life makes every close call and moment of survival hit harder. Produced by a fellow vegan, the film feels rooted in compassion, even while exploring madness, decay, and fear. It's proof that horror can still surprise us when it's told with sincerity, purpose, and heart. That's amazing. Thank you so much. I'm so happy for that one as well. I'm loving these reviews, guys. And if you're just joining us, we got on Rotten Tomatoes, and we really need as many positive reviews as we can to like push this along so more people see this. Okay, so the next one is, it says, zombie movies are my favorite genre. This one had a perfect mix of horror, comedy, and very clear message. I'm glad you thought that because my producers really, hit on like the comedy part of it and stuff like that. I didn't really see the comedy too much in it, but they did, and that's all that matters is other people can see that in the movie. So that's great that other people are seeing it as well. I love hearing what other people say about the movie. Landon S. says, A44 is an intense... Oh, we got a longer one too. Is an intense and thrilling zombie film that stands out with its gripping atmosphere and unexpected twists. The pacing is spot on. Thank you. Keeping you on the edge of your seat as the story unfolds. The characters are well developed, and the survival stakes feel real, making you root for them throughout. What sets A44 apart is its balance between action, suspense, and emotional depth, making it more than just your average zombie movie, a must-see for fans of the genre. Thank you. Hopefully that gets other people to want to watch it as well. Hopefully all of these do. I love reading these too. Okay, now I'm on John Cleary's. By the way, we got 5 stars from everybody. Thank you so much. A very fun independent zombie film that has great story and keeps you on the edge of your seat from start to finish. I waited years for this movie once I heard it was being made, and it's a must-watch. Sorry that it took so long, but if you are a fan of the zombie movies and horror in general, check it out. Yeah, this movie took really long time for me to make, but that's what happens when you know you're working, you know, with some of your best friends and you don't have a budget to work on, and you know, like you're doing the best you can and you're taking on the role of like 10 different jobs. It's very challenging, but you know, I set out to do something and I made sure that I did it, and it feels really good. It feels good. And Laser's now, we already talked about you, Laser. So you're done. We don't need to talk about you anymore. No, I'm just kidding. Laser's in here. Laser, we already showed him in the crew and some of the cast. Laser was our go-to guy. He helped us out with so many. He built a set out in the woods, and he replicated a bedroom, and we burned it down because we didn't want to burn our real bedroom down. And Laser played the stunt double for a few different scenes. What's up, Jason? Hey, Jason, now that I'm talking to you, thank you for making that little video for me. I posted it on the Vegan Zombie, and Jason made a little teaser for, you know, streaming. A44 is now streaming. So thank you so much, Jason. Yeah, I mean, if you go back and watch it later, Laser, you'll see that we went over the website and we introduced like all the cast and crew, and I just said a little bit about everybody. Oh yeah, we made a fake basement floor, and the new house owners will definitely be confused. Like, what room is this, you know? Because new people moved in the house that we filmed it in, and I moved out. And Rob, who did our sound design, was jokingly saying, you know, when the DVD comes out, you should send them a free DVD, and when they watch it, they'll see that their house is in the movie, the outside and inside. It's completely in the movie. And then they'll realize what that little tunnel thing was in the backyard. That was funny. Yeah, we made it look like a whole different room. We had a red carpet. You know, like we used it for one day, and then I rolled it up and I took it back to Ollie's. They returned it for me. We found a chair too. We were driving down near somewhere in Syracuse, near where I used to go to college, and there was like a sofa chair. It was like a nice blue color, but you could tell it was all broken. And we were driving Laser's blue truck that's in the movie, and I was like, "Look at that!" And he stopped. He pulled up. We can't stop here. There's tons of traffic. He's like, "No, man, just let's throw it in the back." I'm like, "Dude, we can't do that. We don't know. Like, it might have lice." He goes, "Let's just grab it." So, sure enough, we grabbed this old chair that was in the ditch, threw it in the back of the truck. We used it for our movie scene, and it looked good in the movie. You know, you couldn't tell it was some old chair. It was a nice blue, like older, you know, kick turn sofa chair. I don't know. We did a lot of that. We went and got a lot of free stuff. We did as much, you know, scrapping as we can. Laser, I'm calling on you next time I make a movie to help me with all that stuff. Laser's really good at looking stuff up on Marketplace. You know, we found a couple hutches. We found a free one. We had to pay for one of them, but by doing that, we found another actor named Matt, and if you see, he's in the trailer So if you've seen the trailer or if you've seen the movie, obviously you've seen him. He's the guy in the diner that bites into the burger right at the beginning. And he brought his, I think, a 1948 truck that that he, like, you know, it looks really nice. He brought it and it's in the parking lot. Anyway, you know, we wouldn't have had him if we didn't do that. Laser was like grabbing extras everywhere. Laser went to get gas at the gas station, just ran into some random people. Hey, you want to be in a movie? Come on up to the high school. And they did. Oh, okay, so Laser's like a handyman. Laser does the job that makes me like claustrophobic and like anxiety, like, which is very rare for me, but Laser crawls into nuclear power plants and he does welding and all this stuff. So Laser was our go-to guy. He knows construction. He knows welding. He knows, you know, mechanic. You know, like he did all this stuff. So he was our go-to guy for anything. Electrician. Like, yeah. So when I'm working on my next movie, Laser, hopefully we have a bigger budget and I can pay you this time. Laser did a lot of this volunteer, so. A lot of us did. Stacy did as well, and so did, you know, so did John. A lot of people, you know, volunteered for this movie here. So appreciate each and every one of you. I'm just going to refresh this one more time and see. It's weird because I had it different in reverse chronological, and now it's chronological again. But all critics, all audience, top critics. I want to see everyone. All critics. Wait a minute. Top critics. All audience. Wait a minute. Now it's only showing me a certain amount. That's weird. I don't know how to use this, but it's only showing me some. Like half of them are gone. I don't know why that is. Hopefully they all come back because we saw them. I read them. I didn't make it up. I don't think. Unless I got a really good memory, a really good imagination. Anyway, you go back here and you see that. I really like that picture. I don't know why I didn't use this in more things, but I'll probably post this some more. Andrew, your official review with your name up. I don't see any names now. This is concerning. It says 7 more. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Maybe it'll update later. Maybe I can see them here. Read all reviews. Darn it. Oh well, I'll try it again maybe later. Maybe it's taken a minute to be able to do that. Yeah, I was actually just thinking that a couple minutes ago that you made the kill switch for the fuel pump, which you didn't have to do. The truck we were driving was supposed to run out of gas, and Laser took that way too literal, and he literally rigged something up so when you press the, I believe it was the floor press button that normally made cars in the 80s turn your high beams on. Well, he rigged that up so if you hit that with your foot, the car would shut off and it would emulate running out of gas. I'm like, we don't really have to make it run out of gas, Laser. We can just, you know, sound effects would do that. But he actually really did it. Have we gotten any reviews from real critic, like a real critic, movie critic? Unfortunately, no, I don't think so. I did reach out to several movie review people on Instagram and TikTok, and a couple of them said they were interested, and I sent them the information. I sent them a link to watch the movie, but so far I haven't seen anything. No review, nothing. I really hope that they do it. You know, we got some reviews back from one of the film festivals, and you know, I gotta say, I don't agree with some of the things they say. Honestly, I'm biased, but one thing that I just want to say, and I'm gonna be, I don't know if this is me being biased or trying to be, maybe I failed at what I tried to do, but one of the things that I totally don't agree with is one of the reviewers said that they were that the movie was sanctimoniously preachy even for that person who supports veganism. It doesn't sound like they were vegan, but they supported veganism, which is a weird thing to say. But they called it sanctimoniously preachy from the very beginning. Okay, I've been vegan for over 30 years, and I've seen how, vegans can be preachy and not preachy. I see how it can be effective by not being preachy, and for some people and for others. Anyway, what I tried to do, and I feel like I succeeded, was not make this movie preachy at all. To the fact where the main character, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but the main character never once in the whole movie even says the word vegan. And that's, on purpose. In fact, the first time the word vegan is being said was when, people are making fun of another character. So I would have to disagree with that statement that I don't think that this is preachy at all. In fact, I did everything I could to make a movie that wasn't preachy. I want the normal horror fan that's not vegan to want to watch this movie. In fact, I made this geared towards people like that, because I already know that most vegans would hopefully want to support this. I made this for the non-vegan to watch this movie and maybe a light bulb turns on. The way that I was able to, the way that I feel like I'm able to make a certain kind of connection with, almost anybody in this world that has ever had, a pet, companion animal, whatever, a dog, cat, a bird, anything you cared about. That's what I tried to do. So I would highly disagree with that. But if this is what we're going up against, people feeling, like I just made a movie, that was the theme, that was the premise. But if people are getting like defensive, then maybe that's their own, guilty conscience, because that's not what I'm trying to do here. I'm just trying to make a movie that would make people think. So anyway, yeah. Carrie said my review would not show up until I logged off and back in. Stacey says, how about the retractable pole you made? Looks like it was going through the zombie. That was pretty cool. Yeah, Laser made a retractable pole, so I don't want to give it away, but there's a zombie part in there where, yeah, a pole is used in there. And I think he also made a stand for where we put some of our product placement, Abe's muffins. By the way, it's a different vegan company sent us a bunch of food. And for the record, we didn't get paid by anybody. They just sent us food, so we put it in the movie. Sanctimonious, kind of like holier than thou. I've got a message. I'm being preachy. I'm basically, saying I'm better than everybody, like, that's not vegan. That's not what we were going for. They were just a troll. No, it was actually a judge from an actual film festival that said this. I actually got a whole list of what everyone said. Everybody said some good things and some bad things about the movie. The thing is it doesn't say vegan. It doesn't say vegan on the poster. It doesn't say vegan in the synopsis. It doesn't say vegan in the Rotten Tomatoes review. It doesn't say vegan, anywhere where you can look it up. It doesn't say it. Parth, I would want you to give your honest review anyway. Like, I I encourage everybody's honest review on this movie, you know, for what it is. The only thing that I tell people, I'm not saying like, hey, review it for being vegan or not. I'm just saying review this movie, but also know that this was a very low budget movie. We obviously had a bunch of roadblocks. Everything that could go wrong with this movie went wrong and is still going wrong. It's like one big never-ending fire that I can't put out. So when you review it, know that it was done on a very tight budget. Produce. I do not know if a guy or girl reviewed that. No. Was the food on set donated? Some of the food was donated, like some of the snacks. Like we got some Miyoko's butter, some Miyoko's cheese. We had Abe's muffins. We got some bitchin' sauce. We have Dandy's marshmallows. We had stuff from Edward and Sons. And I know I'm forgetting a couple. It was 3 years ago. But other than that, like the actual main meals, no. We John made a bunch of that stuff, and we paid for it. I think we might have got a little bit of a discount, but it was all paid for. Hey Mel, how's it going? If you're just joining us, we want people to know we're on Rotten Tomatoes, and we would love, love, love for you to go leave us a review if you've seen the movie. And the other thing is we are going to be at Lumiere over here, which is a movie theater in Beverly Hills, California on October 2nd. So those are the two things. So go give us a nice review on Rotten Tomatoes. That would really help us out. Angela says, my husband asked if he should remove the word vegan from his review. He doesn't want someone passing up the opportunity and seeing the movie. Whatever he wants his review to be. I mean, obviously for certain reasons, maybe we don't want it to say vegan right now. I think eventually I wish more of the vegan community embraced this, like I'm not seeing very many people, other than, you guys, like, I mean, people with platforms really saying anything that, they could, anybody could very easily review it or interview me. And I've even reached out to some people and nobody remembers me. I don't know. I would love to, collab with just about anybody to get this out there. I really need to promote this, and, any and all help would really help out. So where is the vegan community? No, the guy doesn't say go vegan, fools. He says don't eat animals, fools. By the way, I need to post a video of Stacy. I need to post that video. I showed my mom that video. Stacy's daughter loves the trailer and so she imitated that guy, and she'd only seen the trailer once, like 7 months ago. So that's even funnier. 8 months ago. And so yeah, I need to post that. So look out for that video. It's going to be funny. Well, yeah, it says the Vegan Zombie. That's me, but that could be anything. That's just like, a name that I used. But if you notice this, yes, I will post it. If you notice the when I went to like the Ithaca and I showed it there, the owner suggested that I put, because the name of the movie is A44, but the original name of the movie was The Vegan Zombie, and I changed it for obvious reasons. But they're one and the same. So this is the Vegan Zombie movie. And in the IMDb, I'm trying to write like the alternate name for this is the Vegan Zombie. But I want people to watch it as A44, because there's so many people that are closed-minded that would hear the name the Vegan Zombie and they wouldn't watch it. And I'll be honest with you guys. All these years that I've made this up, I wrote this 16 years ago. And even a lot of vegans, like when you think of the term vegan zombie. Take me out of the equation. You just think of a vegan zombie. You think of kind of a quirky, funny, stupid thing, you know? In no way, shape, or form is my movie anything like that. If you haven't seen it, it's going to be a pleasant surprise. It's not what most people would think a vegan zombie would be. So give it a shot. Check it out. But unfortunately, I don't think calling it the vegan zombie would do us really any good. You know what I'm saying? I think a lot of people would pass if they knew that was the name of it. So I call it A44. But when we played it in Ithaca at the movie theater, she said, you know, do you want me to call it A44? Nobody knows what that is. Or should I call it the vegan zombie? And I was like, yeah, let's call it the vegan zombie. And people showed up, you know. Oh, by no means, this is 100% a pro-vegan movie, but the problem is we need to get it out there for people to see it and people to want to see it. So we need to, so honestly, with you guys, yeah, I want to promote it as like the first vegan horror, you know, narrative. However, with the rest of the world, I don't want to promote it as a vegan movie. It is a vegan movie. I don't need to promote it as a vegan movie. I just want to promote it as a new horror movie with the unconditional love and affection of the dynamic between the main character and his loyal, you know, to a fault German Shepherd. You know, and anybody that's had one would agree like that. You know, Indy was always a very special dog to me, and I want to, you know, this movie is dedicated to him. You know, he's no longer with us now, but yeah, I think that's the way to go about this, to promote it, is you know, there's a lot of closed-minded people out there that just won't watch something once they know it's vegan, unfortunately. So I want people to go watch this, and hopefully that they don't have high expectations, and then when they're done watching it, it will, you know, have exceeded their expectations, hopefully. Yes, I agree, Parth. It's very controversial now, and I just, personally, I'm the kind of person that you'll never catch me going around saying I've been plant-based for decades now, you know, like, no, I'm not plant-based, I'm vegan. I'm vegan, and I've been vegan for over 30 years. I'm unapologetically vegan, and I'll always be that way. And maybe that's gonna, you know, ruin my chances of the movie, but I needed to, I mean, we do say the word vegan in the movie. And it is a pro-vegan movie. Unashamed vegan movie. But it's not preachy, and it wouldn't make, you know, diehard carnivores, I would hope, decide to stand up and leave the movie theater because of it. You know, and that's just stupid. You know, it's, watch the movie for what the movie is. Have a good night, Linda, number 3. You'll always be my number 3. So, I guess that's it. Thank you guys all for the reviews. I appreciate that. Hopefully they keep coming in. I'll be doing more of this, more of these videos, giving updates for, you know, different. I think I'll have to make like a standalone video for this too, because not everybody's going to watch a hour and 33-minute live stream. You know what I'm saying? So, just to recap, we are on Rotten Tomatoes. We made it on Rotten Tomatoes. We're a real movie. And we need more than ever for people to go on here. And please, 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 we've worked so hard on this for so many years. It's the one last movie with Indy in it. It's the one last time you guys are going to be able to see him. And please give us a good review. And tell your friends to go see it. Whatever, you can watch it right now. You can go to my website, A44Movie.com. And there's links where you can watch the movie. And it will be on more platforms as time goes on. And we will be showing this in California on October 2nd in Beverly Hills. So if you're in the area, be on the lookout for that. And make sure you're following me for more updates. I'll be doing more and more of these updates. And thank you to all of the cast and crew that were in my live stream today. If I could bring you all with me to LA, I would. And that's it. Oh, yes. And if you've already done your reviews on Letterboxd and all that stuff, which I appreciate, you know, don't go and erase them, but like copy and paste them and bring them over here. So you don't have to like write a second review or something. Just wherever you wrote a review, copy and paste it, and then come over to Rotten Tomatoes. By the way, Rotten Tomatoes is just go to Rotten Tomatoes and search A44 right there. Yeah, we'll be in Beverly Hills, LA, October 2nd. Craig's going to be there, and we'll be doing the showing at the Lumiere Movie Theater, 7 p.m. Oh, yes, and I will be at the Vegan Veg Fest in Syracuse. Angela, if you see me, say hi and let me know that you're Angela from the live stream. Otherwise, I will just know you as somebody saying hi. And yeah, Laser, definitely go. This is, if you were in the movie and you can make it out to LA, this is your time to shine. This is your event. Your event to go to LA and watch part of something that you were part of in LA. You know, that's, you know, we already did one in Syracuse, which is my hometown, which I'm very proud of. We did one in Ithaca, but LA is where it's at. So we're going to go to LA. We're going to do it there. And, yeah, we got to do a commentary at some point. What else was I saying? I was just on the brink of saying something else. Oh, Veg Fest. I'll be at Veg Fest September 21st. I'll have a merchandise table with both Vegan Zombie stuff and A44 stuff. We got limited posters. We got limited t-shirts, hoodies. So come on out to that. Then I will be coming back to Vegtober, which is also in Syracuse, on October 11th. So come see me there as well in Syracuse. Before I go, how did I get Hench Herbivore in the movie? I reached out and I was like, yo, Hench, what's up? I'm making a movie. And I want to know if you want to be in it. If you want to be in it, all I need you to do is be a zombie. Record yourself doing zombie things on a green screen and send it to me. And he definitely he did that, and he sent it to me. And I was like, okay, this is awesome. It took me a long time to figure out where I was going to put him. And then I realized what I was doing was too difficult. So, because my idea was to get all kinds of different vegans doing the same thing and put them throughout the movie. It didn't look right, and I wanted my movie to ultimately look right. So where I did put Hench Herbivore in the movie, fortunately, it looks really good. But I only had room for one person. So everybody else I reached out to, I said, sorry, I can't do this. I'm sorry, but it's just not working out. Maybe I could have used them for promotional things, but Hench made it in the movie. He really looks like a convincing, scary zombie. And so, yeah, that's how he made it. Am I doing anything in New York City? As of right now, I got nothing planned, but I could, after all this is done, I could, look for a place to do it in New York City as well. So that would be good. There's a drive-in theater that's a couple hours from me, and I follow them on Instagram, and it would be fun if I could do it there as well. That would be fun. The first movie I ever saw at a drive-in was in 1984 when I was a little kid, and we saw Gremlins. Anyway, yeah, I think that's it for tonight. Let me just go back to where you guys didn't really... There I am. Hi, guys. All right, now that I'm saying hi, I'm going to say goodbye. All right, well, have a great night, everyone, and don't let the zombies bite. We'll see you guys soon.